Andrew Lloyd Webber hated the movie Cats so much he adopted a dog. The movie Cats, which famously has what has been called a butthole cut.
You know what? Actually, it's a butthole cut.
It's on HBO. I should watch that, bitch, just to watch it.
No, don't.
What I've heard is that it's not bad enough to be bad good. Like it's just
no, it's long, and what I've heard from so many people is that they'll get like 20 minutes into it, and that's the longest that they've gotten because they're like, I have a choice. I can leave. It's like
oh shit! Damn.
There's a gun on the table and Cats is on the television. What am I?
And it's like gun remote. Make a choice. Choose wisely.
So I just thought that was funny. You know, Andrew Lloyd Webber fucking hated the movie Cats, just like everybody else. So I just want to discuss my journey of discovery with Demi Levato with you guys.
Now, as two gay men, we are living in a land that you are just visiting.
Okay, so I'm a tourist. I've just been driving through Demi Levato land, and here are some of the sites that I have seen. I only just found out that she's fucking crazy. Like, I just found that out.
Oh, damn. Ain't that the truth?
After what she said, what was it, yesterday? She said something? Oh, anyways, go on.
She said that...
Aliens? Yeah.
It's offensive.
Oh, yes!
To call extraterrestrials...
It's derogatory.
Toward the extraterrestrials.
It's derogatory, apparently.
In other news, she thinks that they should be called bicorns.
God.
No?
How can you be such a crazy advocate for mental health and you are indeed a crazy bitch? Like, what the hell?
I think that's why she feels that way.
She's like, this is all a cry for help, everyone.
We just overlooked an amazing joke. Bicorns? Because unicorns don't exist and also she's binary? Come on. That was good.
If you had to explain it, it wasn't good.
Oh, in fact, I've got a clip here of her talking about her realization that she's non-binary.
I want to take this moment to share something very personal with you. Over the past year and a half, I've been doing some healing and self-reflective work. And through this work, I've had the revelation that I identify as non-binary. With that said, I'll officially be changing my pronouns to they, them. I feel that this best represents the fluidity I feel in my gender expression and allows me to feel most authentic and true to the person I both know I am and still am discovering.
So the only issue that I have with that is it's made it really confusing to read news articles about her, about them.
About they.
About they.
Yeah, I like seriously, like I'm just reading about how fucking crazy she is, and sometimes they use they because she's like doing something with someone else, but they also use they just for her. So I'm constantly
except whenever she came out into saying that because she kept saying I am now. Bitch, you should just they feel this way.
We are at some point instead of I am now.
We are the Borg. Are we gonna be in Borg territory? Holy shit.
Yeah,
we are the Borg. Resistance is futile.
Speak in the vaguest terms possible. We may sometimes sort of feel something akin to affection toward you. The next way that she says I love you.
Toward who you feel you
Toward who you feel that you are. So she has a show about aliens for some reason.
It's a show about aliens?
Yeah, it's like, isn't it on Sci-Fi or some shit like that?
Not only do I not know, I could not care less. You... so it's called Unidentified with Demi Lovato. And
oh my God.
I have no idea if it's on Sci-Fi. I assumed that
is that her show's title or her title?
Right? I think it's offensive that the show is called Unidentified, so I'm going to call it just Bidentified from now on. The joke again is I've changed uni to bi.
Unicorn, bi.
It's so stupid.
It's a very funny joke. Okay.
I'm so annoyed. I really am. I really wanted to like her. Her most recent album that came out has a few bangers on there. Well, she can hit a note. I mean, she doesn't sing off key. Her vibrato can get a bit wide to where it can get sharp in some spots. Her vibrato is a bit annoying, but there's a couple bangers on there. There's a couple bangers on there that I'm down for, but That's just, I'm so embarrassed by her.
Is it good enough for the crazy?
Is it good enough for the crazy in me?
Well, no, I mean, like, Kanye's fucking crazy, but like his music up until recently was good enough that like, oh, okay, Kanye's fucking crazy, but like this shit is hot, like this is good music.
Yeah, I would have to say there's probably, like most albums, there's at least, if it's a decent album to me, then I would have to say at least 50% of the songs are good, which, you know, that's not saying much, 50%, but 50% is a decent amount for some other albums.
Yeah, that's better than a lot of albums.
Exactly. So I can say that I would have to say for hers, in my personal opinion, about 60% of her new album is pretty all right.
So the full quote, just for the record, is, I really think that if there was anything out there that would want to do that, which I guess means like invade or whatever, to us, it would have happened by now, they said. But I think that we have to stop calling them aliens, because aliens is a derogatory term for anything. That's why I like to call them ETs.
See, here's the thing. She's blatantly lying. Aliens is not a derogatory word for anything unless you scream it or you turn it into a derogatory term for a specific group of people.
Listen, this woman clearly has problems with words.
Exactly. Thank you.
Wants people to call her they. I guess that's better than, like, in conversation, that's fine, but in a news article, it's fucking confusing. Like, I need to know what I'm reading about. It's gotta be a nightmare for her publicist. Like, her publicist is on the phone, yeah, and they would like to reserve, no, it's just a seat for one. Yeah, they would like to reserve a seat for one, and no, they're not all, no, it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be multiple people sitting in one seat. No.
Right.
No, and if you charge me that, I'll fucking sue you, okay? Okay, this is her right.
Have you read up on her debacle with her more recent debacle with a cookie shop in LA? I think it was.
Oh God, what did she do?
Oh, okay. So this is fun. I'm sure that there'll be a group of people listening who will know exactly what I'm talking about. Demi and some buddies of hers. Some people might know more than me, so I don't know these buddies, but whatever. Let's move on. They're done getting some cookies or ice cream at their favorite cookie shop in Los Angeles, and as she's walking up towards the front, she is just bombarded. She is tackled. She is intercepted by cookies that say sugar-free on them, as we all have been intercepted by sugar-free cookies before. And she buys her cookies and goes home in she's just angry, and she writes out this post and sends it out to her social media, which goes out to the world, and it says, you know, I really feel that if you put sugar-free cookies inside of a cookie shop, that you're fat shaming people who come in there looking for delicious calorie-filled food.
Wait a second.
Who would go to a cookie shop, JD, and get a sugar-free cookie, JD? Who would ever do that? And you know what? Anyone who would is fat shaming.
This bitch. Are you telling me this bitch doesn't know the word diabetes?
I feel so stupid now. Oh, I'm so embarrassed, JD.
How does she have so many problems with words?
I'm telling you.
Just to deal with words as a job. She's given words. I mean, I guess she's not writing them clearly, but I didn't know she was non-binary. I didn't know she was fucking crazy. I didn't know that she had a radio show. This interview she did was with a publication called pedestrian.tv, which I had no idea fucking existed. I didn't know that she didn't know what diabetes was. I mean,
well, what's also funny about this is it took her, I believe, at least a week and a half to come down off that hill. Like, people were literally, like for real. Like, people were like, look, the owner of the company, it's like it was like a family-owned and operated company, a badass, amazing company in Los Angeles, just this really awesome cookie and ice cream shop. Was like, we want to serve all of our customers, and a lot of our customers have sugar intolerances and issues with sugar, so we just have those options for them. I don't know what to tell you. And she still was going on this rant until she started seeing that her fans were like,
sugar, we should be tolerant of everything.
Well, until her fans, who also have, sugar issues, like most fans of anything do.
Type 1 and type 2 diabetes, yeah.
Yes, started getting in touch with her, she started paying attention or whatever, and she was like, oh, maybe you're right. And so Demi is,
she's fucking crazy. She wants only to be like understood if it's her plight or whatever, but if it's others, it's like she'll be judgmental about it, which is fucking weird.
Have you guys seen the finale of What If?
Yes, we did.
No.
Which, it's been a minute. It's already today's Wednesday. It's been a week, or Tuesday. It's been almost a week.
Yeah, okay, so let me take a second.
Recap.
I had some computer, not that anyone cares. We've got 4 subscribers and 20 listeners, no one gives a shit, but things have been delayed because I had some computer issues and I'm the one who edits all the episodes. So it's been 2 weeks since we recorded last. So things are just a little bit wonky. But so to refresh your memory, of course, I have a clip.
It's you again.
Come on, get a new trick, man.
You have been chosen for a mission that is both highly dangerous and absolutely necessary for the continuation of life as you know it. At first, I scoured eternity for one true hero. Then I saw the bigger picture. This mission requires a team, the perfect combination of skills and experience that alone will triumph.
Let me get this straight. You kidnapped us from across the galaxy so we could, what?
Save the universe?
Not exactly. A bit more complicated than that.
You aren't just our best hope to save one universe.
You are my last hope to save all of them. You are the guardians of the multiverse.
I cut it off before the stupid Party Thor joke. There were too many, I'm stupid. Okay, I get it.
Right.
Viva Las Vegas!
Yeah.
Dude, we were laughing our fucking
That was
asses
funny.
off.
That was
Only 'cause
hilarious. I was laughing.
Only because that's our home. That's our home.
Right, bitch.
But they were, the one at the he was I guess he was drinking and said something I wasn't listening or whatever the fuck. He's like,
Stupid.
Okay, so I thought it was cool because the whole season, it wasn't really a complaint. It was just something that I noticed that almost every episode was a fucking bummer. Doctor Strange gets trapped in a pocket dimension and loses everything, and everyone turns into zombies. And the penultimate episode, the one before the last one, was just this apocalyptic fucking hellscape, and you see worlds being destroyed. Everything was, and then the reason for all that was because we needed a scene where Doctor Strange drops a million zombies on Ultron, they really tied all those bummers together in a nice, satisfying, uplifting kind of way that I thought was really cool.
No, it
really was an alternate phase one. We saw the formation of an alternate Avengers.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. No, I thought I think the whole series and what Kevin Feige is doing, it's really, really interesting. I think we talked a little bit about the Animatrix in the last episode, and everything on Disney Plus, well, not everything, but a lot of the originals with Marvel and with Star Wars, it's all this very Animatrix-y type of expansion, and that What If in particular is very random. You never know what you're going to get whenever you watch, or even waiting for the premiere. They not premiere, but the trailer. They usually don't drop the trailer for the episode maybe until 2 days before. So everyone's kind of waiting for the trailer of what is the next episode's going to be. It could be about anything really random. And not only that, but yes, it's well done. It's just well done. It's also well done. So
watching Kevin Feige deal with the problem of explaining the concept of the comic book multiverse to a general audience, watching that evolve, starting off kind of small with reality bending with WandaVision, and then of course they're hopping all over the place in Loki, and then now What If, it's just straight up showing different dimensions, and I think we talked about this last episode, the scene where they keep punching each other into a different dimension. Yeah. There's no greater way to illustrate the idea of slightly different in an entertaining way than watching the buildings change with each punch. That was such fucking brilliant storytelling and such a great way to convey. And of course, the Spider-Man, that Sony Spider-Man cartoon, Spider-Verse, is that what it's called?
Into the Spider-Verse.
I should know that. Shame on me.
Shame.
That's you guys. That's you guys on an X-Men thing. I will say there were a couple of complaints that I did have about the episode. One, Doctor Strange was way OP.
Oh, well, his episode was pretty telling. He did
he fucking
1,000 years of just swallowing people, swallowing demons, just 1,000 years of swallowing demons. Yeah, he did. He was OP in his episode.
Yeah, he fucking
Yeah, and as a self-contained, but then it like I don't know. There were just a couple of like Deus Ex Machina sort of moments. They're totally in trouble, but he's got magic armor. Like okay, and then the Scarlet Witch shows up for like 2 fucking seconds.
I know. I wish it was longer. I wish something else.
Every time she goes to fight a bad guy, it's for like 2 seconds, and then they just like get rid of her. Like
right.
Because they don't want to show what she can really fucking do. She would just end that fucking shit.
Yeah, and I mean, this time they kind of had the excuse that she was like a brainless zombie, and like okay, but still, like I did like that this kind of opens the door for a return of Killmonger, who is like undeniably like the second best villain.
I know. I mean, he's almost like the definition of cunning.
Yeah, no, he's a great villain, and they need to figure out a way to bring him back. And like with this, they kind of have opened the door a little bit. Like
he Black can just Widow, dude. Black Widow, she can come back too.
I mean, she did at the end of the episode,
cool.
But and that was really fucking cool. And I don't know if they're gonna like keep going with that, or if that was a different. I don't know if that was Earth 616 or not.
different Earth.
Oh, that's right, because that was the one where all the Avengers had died. Yeah, okay, I remember now. But the idea of, I mean, there's already people complaining that like, oh no one dies. It's like, have you read a comic book?
Right.
Comic books are surprisingly, I would have to say, like at least 16 to 18-year-old type of material, in my opinion. But they put that out for kids all the time. So yeah, have you read a comic book?
There's so many people criticizing the Marvel movies, and it's like I can suggest like 5 comic books that'll explain to you the thing that you're complaining about and why it's happening.
Yeah.
What did we think was the best episode?
I want to look at the episodes right now. I have it on my phone.
I like the last one, honestly.
The last one was very good.
And okay, honestly, I don't think that Doctor Strange was too overpowered, because considering in Infinity Wars, he went up against Thanos with like 4-stone Thanos, and Doctor Strange did not have the time stone with him. He was just going off on him,
That's a fair point. So I think
pretty good.
Probably the most disappointing episode to me was T'Challa as Star-Lord. Just because T'Challa's like kind of too perfect a character, and the thing that makes Star-Lord an interesting character in the Guardians films is that he's completely imperfect and like just sort of like faking it, and that's really fascinating, especially when he's surrounded by the characters he's surrounded with who are all imperfect. Like James Gunn is really good at writing flawed but sympathetic characters. Like I cannot wait for his Peacemaker series.
With John Cena. I'm not a fan of John Cena though, but I'll watch it. I'll watch that shit. I'm just not a fan of John Cena.
He's a little much. and he's got weird posture and a weird butt, but he looks like a Lego brick. But James Gunn, I fucking love James Gunn, so I'm looking forward to that series. But it's because of the flaws, and like the whole point of T'Challa is that he's like Black Iron Man, Black Superman, whatever. Like he's this like idealized character that is meant to like uplift a culture and show Marvel's dedication to diversity and all that. Like I get that, but then you put him in the role of Star-Lord, and it doesn't. Like James Gunn created this universe, and then you stick T'Challa in there. For me, that was like I was the least whelmed by that. I was not overwhelmed.
I felt like okay. So my answer to the first initial question, what are my favorite episode? I would have to say I have 2, and it would be the last 2. It would be the second to last one. What if Ultron won? And then the Guardians of the Multiverse. I think those 2 were my favorite.
Well, actually, the title was The Watcher Broke His Oath, but that was like a really epic moment. Like you are the Guardians of the Multiverse.
Yeah, that was cute. It was cute. There was a couple of them that I did think were just really boring. Like, I guess, maybe the T'Challa one. I thought the first episode was really good. I thought the What If Captain Carter.
I liked the first episode.
Yeah. Doctor Strange was really good. Very sad. Okay, really intriguing.
I didn't like the zombie, y'all. I thought the zombie one was fucking boring. I'm all like, damn, y'all gonna go zombie? Can we make it fucking crazy, like real good? It was not good at all. I'm sorry. I didn't like this.
Oh, they could make it more horror-y, but I wouldn't have liked it then. I would have been like, turn this shit off.
Yeah, they kind of pussied out for the games of the world.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Okay, and you know what? I do agree. With T'Challa, they do kind of make him too perfect. And I say too perfect in this instance. Storm is fucking unbeatable, except when she goes up against T'Challa. That's all I'm saying. Storm is fucking unbeatable throughout the whole fucking universe, except when she goes up against fucking T'Challa.
Wait, is he beating his wife?
Dude, yes. It was during, I forgot what it was, but Storm chose X-Men, her people, mutants, against T'Challa, and they got into a fight. And he did this, you know, because T'Challa always prepares. He's like Batman. He prepares whatever thing. He created some sort of like nanites that he spread throughout like the atmosphere so that whenever she kind of used her powers, it like canceled out or some shit, and that's how he beat her supposedly, which is so weird because Storm can control the whole fucking planet, but whatever.
That's such. Why she could use the wind to blow the nanites away? Like,
Right.
That's such.
Yeah, so exactly. That's all I'm saying. Like how she got beat was weird to me. Because, like I said, Storm is unbeatable except when she goes against T'Challa. That's all I'm saying.
You're right. He's Batman, so he's got to win. You know, like that's.
He did some Batman shit to prepare for her. I was like, what? That was the explanation. I was all like, okay.
I will say this: my least favorite episode was "What If Thor Were an Only Child" until the last two episodes. Because like it was like, oh, this is just like filler bullshit. Like, what are they even doing? And then it's like, oh, because they needed Thor for the team, so they got to introduce him some way.
That's true. That's true.
Like, what do you do with that? Like, how do you make him different?
Viva Las
You know,
Vegas
like,
made complete sense.
Yeah,
I love that.
Great one. And I really liked the episode where the Avengers kept dying, and you see like Nick Fury in like full Nick Fury mode, like, oh shit, what do we do? Just solving shit. It was really entertaining to me. I like Nick Fury as a character. The Captain Carter one was heartbreaking, watching her lose Steve.
Yeah.
And there was no real resolution to that except that like
Season
I guess they
2,
dug up
yo.
I hope that we get to revisit that in season 2. And probably after seeing the entirety of the seasons, I understand what they were doing now, but it's still my least favorite episode. The Killmonger one, like what if Killmonger killed Tony Stark?
Or saved him.
I'm sorry, rescued Tony Stark. Yeah, not killed Tony Stark.
I didn't like that one too.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, I get they were setting something up and that's all they were doing. And there was like no real story. It was just him just kicking the shit out of everybody for however long these episodes are, 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
34 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say not even, yeah.
Yeah, for half an hour. And that's not, for the same reason that T'Challa's a fine leader of the Avengers, and I like the Avengers comics, but he's not the most interesting character to me because he's Batman and he's flawless. He's like the least interesting parts of Batman and Superman combined. Like, the interesting part of Batman is not his gadgets. In fact, the interesting part about him is his mental illness and his struggles with being a fucking fascist and trying to like stop crime, but also, you know, the conflict there being that he can't truly stop it because he won't take that next step that he knows he needs to take to truly stop these maniacs who keep breaking out of fucking jail. He won't end them. And that's an interesting dynamic. But if it were T'Challa, he would just make like a vibranium prison and they would never be able to escape. And he had nanites and...
Right.
To add to that, you're right. That's why Wonder Woman thinks Batman's kind of weak because she's all like, dude, the reason why you have so many fucking enemies is because you won't kill the bitch.
But that's what makes him interesting is that conflict and those weak...
No, exactly.
I know you guys are going to be shocked by this news, but Camila Cabello says that there are difficulties with dating Shawn Mendes.
Cut to Shawn Mendes and he's dancing around in a dress.
Yeah, she didn't say the words soft penis, but she did say that there were social media trolls that were really putting a strain on their relationship and that they're both in therapy and actively working with their therapist to have a better relationship. And then I saw that video of them kissing. Have you seen this?
Looks for video of them kissing. What, recently?
There's video of apparently the first time they've ever kissed another human being.
Oh my god. Dude,
There's a lot of time.
Wait. Time out.
Yeah.
Are you fucking telling me we got two rich motherfuckers who are in their early 20s, fucking pretty famous? I think they're pretty famous people. They're, instead of having fun in their early 20s, they're seeing a psychiatrist to work on their relationship to like each other more?
They're in therapy anyway. She was just talking about how like a focus of their separate therapies has become their relationship.
Y'all, it's because you guys don't like each other like that. that. No therapy in the world is going to help that shit. It's chemistry,
Listen,
y'all.
Camilla, listen, you had a song, okay? And the likelihood that you're going to have another is very low. And you should be doing everything you can to get as much dick slung at you as Ariana Grande, okay? Like, you have a limited amount of time. And honestly, you need a personal trainer. I'm putting it out there.
That's
sorry,
hilarious.
that's mean.
You know what?
That's
All I'm
mean.
saying is that Camilla, girl, start looking for that billionaire now. Stop fucking around with him because
That's what I'm saying.
because he has a higher chance on renewing his career when he comes out. I said it.
Dude, like, fucking Kanye is free.
Kanye is free, girl. Get that shit.
Did you guys see Kim Kardashian's SNL monologue?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Johnny saw it a couple times. I saw it once, twice.
She went fucking hard in the paint. I
She
mean,
did.
like,
I know. I thought it was really funny.
the
She's not just a reference photo that her sisters use when they go to the plastic surgeon.
Okay. I've got some clips. I'll play like sort of like 2 jokes at a time and we'll discuss. So here's her talking about her family.
And it's so great to be here tonight. I know, I'm surprised to see me here too. When they asked, I was like, you want me to host? Why? I haven't had a movie premiere in a really long time. I mean, actually, I only had that one movie come out and no one told me it was even premiering. It must have slipped my mom's mind. I'm excited to be here tonight to show you guys that I'm so much more than just a pretty face. And good hair, and great makeup, and amazing boobs, and a perfect butt. Basically, I'm just so much more than that reference photo my sister showed their plastic surgeons. But the one thing I'm really proud of is that no one could ever call me a gold digger. Honestly, I'm not even sure how you become one. So I asked my mom's boyfriend, Corey.
Okay, first of all, she does not have a perfect butt. She has diaper butt, 100%. Okay,
Full diaper. A full diaper.
It's full on diaper butt. That's not a natural butt. She needs to work on her legs more. She needs to get those implants out. You
Hasn't been changed for like 24 hours. It's nasty, looks smelly.
Yeah, like full on like
changed.
diaper butt.
It's like when mom comes home and she starts yelling at you like, when was the last time you changed her? And you're like,
2 days ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And she just barely throws her purse down. Ugh, too many times.
Just straight up shade to her sisters, shade to her boyfriend.
She ain't lying, though. She ain't lying.
No, that's what I love about this is she clearly the writers wrote a monologue and I guarantee you they thought she would reject it. I guarantee you, because they're just I mean, okay, she mentions fucking OJ.
You know, my father was and still is such an influence and inspiration to me, and I credit him with really opening up my eyes to racial injustice. It's because of him that I met my first black person. Want to take a stab in the dark at who it was? I know it's sort of weird to remember the first black person you met, but OJ does leave a mark. Or several. Or none at all. I still don't know. Listen, I'm an influencer, so I understand that the things that I say carry weight. But, I would never tell anyone what they can or can't do. Remember, I'm a Kim, not a Karen. And honestly, with all of the K names, it's really impressive that my mom didn't pick Karen. I mean, somehow she just knew. I don't know how she saw that one coming and not Caitlyn. Now I know we're divided as a country, but I'd love America to come together, which is why I'm here to announce that I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not running for president. We can't have 3 failed politicians in one family.
I mean, holy shit.
Right.
I went hard after Caitlyn Jenner.
So someone has to explain to me the very, very first joke in the very first clip about the movie premiere.
That she was talking about the porn that she.
Oh my God!
You didn't realize that was how she got famous. Don't you remember?
No, yes, I do, but it's been so many years that I kind of just just forgot about it. But yes, I do know how she got famous. Of course.
Pornhub. Like, you can watch it anytime you want. Like, I'm not into that particular body type. The fakeness, the fake lips.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's I'm not into that. Like, if it's natural and it's not stupid, that's
Dean
fine.
Cain. Dean Cain.
What happened?
Dean Cain has something to say about Lois Lane and Clark Kent's new son, and that he's bisexual.
What?
Dean Cain has an opinion about that. So DC Comics, just yesterday, announced that the son of Lois Lane and Clark Kent in the comic books, the new Superman to take the helm, is bisexual.
How old is he?
In the comic books, I don't know, but I don't know if that's Dean Cain's issue.
I'm going to assume he's not a fan.
Right.
No, he's criticizing
Let's
it.
be real. Jonathan Kent, they're just mad right now because Jonathan Kent, which is Superboy at the moment, will someday become Superman. And is that what they're mad about? He's not even Superman yet. The title of
he's not even
Superman is
Superman
still
yet.
Superman, which is Clark Kent, his father. He's just fucking Superboy.
Well, I'd like to congratulate DC on catching up to Marvel on civil rights issues. It only took them 50 fucking years. So I mean, they're
Actually,
there.
did you know that Star-Lord was actually supposed to be bisexual, but then they turned that shit off? I read that somewhere. I forgot what.
They kind of allude to the fact that he's had sex with, weird.
Everyone?
Yeah, like just sort of, a lot with weird things.
Everyone, everything. He was like a slut demon.
Abandonment issues are
Right.
wonderful things in a partner.
Dang.
Okay, so I got one more clip. We should have seen. I think that if Kanye's latest album was better, he would still be with Kim. Like, I think that was a sign. I think she heard the album and was like, "Holy shit, I've got to get out of this. This is going downhill." You know?
Did she listen to that album now?
Listen. Imagine yourself living with Kanye. You know that he's got sound in every room and it's all connected, and he's blasting this is genius. Listen to that. Oh, 100%. She had to hear that shit over and over again.
Not only that, but he probably asked her opinion on every slight change too. Like, okay, baby, do you like it better like this? And then it would like play the music, or like this, and then it'd play it again, and it'd be like, could you tell the difference? And she's like, no.
Guys, did you guys watch that shit? Being Kim Kardashian, I bet you she was not having that shit. She's like, Kanye, this is why we have two houses.
I think that every time he played one of the songs, he would ask her, like, do you prefer this more boring or less boring? And she would just sarcastically, more boring.
Oh my God.
He didn't understand the sarcasm. Like, yeah, you're right. Let's make the whole fucking album completely fucking boring. So here's what she said. Here's what she said about Kanye.
I've been very blessed in this life, and I'm grateful for everything. Honestly, all the ups, all the downs. I mean, I married the best rapper of all time. Not only that, he's the richest black man in America, a talented, legit genius who gave me 4 incredible kids. So when I divorced him, you have to know it came down to just one thing: his personality. I know that sounds mean, but people keep telling me that comedy comes from truth. And if there's one thing that I always strive to be, it's genuine. So I just want to say how incredibly excited I am to be up here on this stage tonight. I mean, I'm so used to having 360 million followers watching my every move. And I mean, how many people watch SNL? Like 10 million? So tonight is just a chill, intimate night for me.
I was going to cut that last joke out, but I thought you guys would like it.
No, it was cute.
I don't know. I think it's very interesting that she even addressed the divorce at all. I thought her outfit was interesting. I don't know what her new Muslim attitude is.
She must just get really cold. I feel like she just gets cold everywhere she goes. She's like, I just get cold.
The gloves were fucking cute, and it was pink.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that it looked bad. I'm just saying that it's a really interesting.
It's too covered up, you mean?
It's a series of choices that she's made that all fall in the same vein, and it's just interesting. I mean, she's newly single, and I guess she's got a bunch of kids. She's probably not on the prowl or anything, and she's got money, But if I'm newly single and I'm her, I'm wearing a thong and bra, looking to try to one up the Kanye thing. You know that it's not going to work out with Kanye. How do you not know?
What do you mean?
He's an asshole.
Oh. Yeah, of course, dude.
I mean,
Listen, it's Kim Kardashian. Did you see the Bachelor one? Oh my god, that was so fucking hilarious.
oh, I didn't actually watch the SNL episode. I just saw the monologue.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, there's a skit there where it's like The Bachelor and all these fucking like Chris Rock was there. Yeah, like just famous ass people like just trying to like that's the skit was just like trying to fucking get the next fucking person that she gonna marry. It's hilarious.
How does I don't get what's his name? They did an Aladdin sketch and they kissed.
Pete Davidson.
I don't get it.
What do you mean?
I don't get he gets the hottest women.
So you don't get like the skit that he was like supposed to be kind of like a.
No. I don't get how, and it infuriates me. Like
you don't get why he's attractive.
He dressed as the Queen at the Met Gala. his tattoos are retarded.
He's a successful comedian, and people with a lot of money just can kind of they do that. And honestly, I think he has a lot of swag. I mean, he talks about his dick a lot, so I mean that's one thing that he used to do. I mean, whenever he was going out with Ariana, him and Ariana were slightly not like a ton, but they were just open enough about their sex life that
she said his dick was big.
Yeah. And he said that too. And, and he's not that bad looking. He's not,
no.
I mean, he looks a little on the pale side, but he doesn't look underweight or overweight. He looks like just about someone about his height should be. So that shouldn't be too hard to believe that he gets women.
I'll take your word for it. I see
just even like just numerically speaking, just like even on paper, like it shouldn't be hard to believe.
Speaking of Demi Levato and non-binary, have you guys seen The Closer?
Yes. Dave Chapelle.
Oh my God, which I have to talk to you guys about. I have to add something to this story, but yes, we have seen The Closer, yes.
I've got 3 clips here. First is the teaser. I may or may not cut this out, but here's like the promotional thing.
Comedians have a responsibility to speak recklessly. Sometimes the funniest thing to say is mean. Remember, I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm saying it because it's funny. Let's play. Are you ready?
So he 100% knew what the fuck he was about to start.
Of course. I think if anyone went into this not feeling the same way, then there's a disconnect.
I didn't know that the entire show was going to be about like gay people, like the LGBT,
like basically trying to get canceled. Yeah.
That motherfucker was trying to get canceled. It's hilarious. But you know what? I will say, props to him for trying to have the conversation that no one wants to have a conversation about.
So that's the thing that annoyed me is there's all these people who are upset at the special. A lot of them, and he addresses this in the special, a lot of them probably haven't seen the special. They've just seen like quotes.
No, they haven't. Dude, yeah, so many people are writing articles and shit, and in their article they're like, I only saw like 1/3 of the fucking special and I had to turn it off. I'm all like, what the fuck? You cannot have an
you can't do that. The very last part brings everything together with such incredible heart and in such a human way that it's, even as a gay person who's been gay and out since I was 15 years old, I just
think people are fucking too sensitive.
Undeniable.
Well, and speaking of that, here's exactly his opinion on like gay and sensitivity.
I don't hate gay people at all. I respect the shit out of you. Well, not all of you. I'm not that fond of these newer gays. Too sensitive. Too brittle. Those aren't the gays I grew up with. I miss them old school gays, nigga. Yeah. Them Stonewall niggas. Them the ones that I respect. They didn't take shit from anybody. They fought for their freedom. I respect that shit. I'm not even gay. And I want to be like a Stonewall nigga. Them old school gangster gays. Them glory hole niggas. Them the ones I like. These new gays don't even know what the glory hole is. It's a hole in the wall the gay contractors built. You wanna know why they put that hole in the wall? I'll tell you, there's no nice way to say it. Because when they want to have some fun, they will put their penises in that hole and hope for the best. Hope for the best. I respect that shit. There's a lot of courage on both sides of that hole, nigga. I'm not even gay. And I want to try that glory hole out.
He is a professional.
I cut these clips down for time. I'll take out spaces between silences and stuff. But with Chapelle, the timing is just so fucking perfect. I had to leave in just how he. I mean, I may have edited a little bit. I don't remember, but that. That long
he's such a pro.
But more to the point, he's right.
Mm-hmm.
There's an entire generation of Zoomer gays who are they're getting older and they're finding their identities and they're finding their footing in the gay community, and they have no clue what it was like. I mean, Gabe, you came out in Christian private school, and I was your best friend, so we were like a teen in this. It was not the most pleasant experience.
No, it actually began the building of a paradigm in my mind. It was a slow building that began at that time with everyone in society around me helping me build up this barrier around my mind that I was not gay and that I could change it. And any day that I didn't have those thoughts was a massive success and something to be celebrated.
Oh yeah, they pray around you like everybody,
Yeah.
Gay. And I remember for the first year, I was like, okay, yeah, pray out the gay, whatever. And by year 2, I was like, fuck it. You're blowing dudes. These guys need to fuck off.
Yeah.
Because it was high school or middle school or whatever, and Christian private school, and I was your best friend, and then you came out, we were fucking, according to everybody, right? I was also gay. That's why we were friends. And it's he told me he had a crush on Miss. I didn't even know.
You know what that was, JD? That was a beard, buddy.
Oh,
I was trying to get people off my back.
Really?
And looking back and really thinking about it, I never thought that she was sexually attractive. Not once.
No, of course not.
Never. Not even in the slightest. I honestly wanted people to get off back, and they're like, do you think any one of these people are hot in this school? Anyone? And I'm like, maybe Miss. I don't know.
She was compared to fucking, what was her name? Miss Mole. What was her name?
Oh my God. Oh, don't even. The math teacher. I don't even want to remember.
Oh my God.
Math teacher. And her son, I do remember her son's first name.
Yeah. And then there was the literature teacher who fucking hated me.
Yeah.
Only because Miss. Yes, yeah. Although she did loan me the Iliad and the Odyssey, which I read through, and those are really good books. They're really long, but
Yeah.
So then, of course, Chapelle moves on from gay people to transgender people, and that's where the truly radioactive part starts, I think.
Any of you who have ever watched me know that I have never had a problem with transgender people. If you listen to what I'm saying, clearly, my problem has always been with white people. I have been arguing with the whites my entire career. And just when I thought I had you guys on the ropes, you changed all the rules. Oh, yeah? Yeah, motherfucker. Well, I'm a girl now, nigger, and you must treat me as such.
Oh my God.
Call me a girl, nigger.
Oh my God. It's such genius. It is such genius.
And the thing that the people who are watching the first third and then turning it off because they're so disgusted. Well, first off, do your fucking job. You're getting paid to write an article about this thing. You can't give it an hour. You can't give it a fucking hour.
You can't watch the whole goddamn thing and then put your fucking opinion in that bitch.
If you watch a third of it, you should be paid a third of your normal salary. That's just the way it is. Do your fucking job. As a former journalist myself, do your fucking job.
Right.
But second, what we saw was a man bravely knowing that this is going to be radioactive and possibly ruin his career, going out and having an in-depth conversation about how he accepts the person and not the identity, and how he's personally uncomfortable with transgenderism but has worked to overcome that, and he's just being honest about his feelings. And people are like, no, you can't have feelings, only I can have feelings.
So shame on anyone who feels that they have the power to shame him.
Now the narrative is that you don't have to defend Dave Chapelle. He's got enough. He doesn't need to be defended. He's got money. He's famous. And all these people killing out defending Dave Chapelle when my community. And it's like, did you not? Well, of course you didn't watch the special. But like, if you had watched the special, like he addresses all.
This is not about defending Dave Chapelle. I'm sorry. No, this is not about defending. This is about defending free speech and defending art. And to be quite honest with you, if anyone actually watched that from beginning to end, and anyone thinks that anything said in there would put anyone on the edge of the, on the firing end of a gun or on the edge of the top of a building, if anyone feels that anything that he said would put them on the edge of their life, then I don't know what to say. Then there's mental health problems that Dave Chapelle saying or not saying something can't fix.
It did, though. I didn't know that Dear White People was a show created by a white person who was non-binary or something, transgender, I don't know.
No, okay. No. It was created by a black person, but just one of the writers was a white, it's a person that is now a transgender, as a woman now. But it's a white woman now. And she had a problem or an issue with it, which, girl, I would sit down. And yes, and now that is the topic of that, because she is like a white woman now who is working for Dear White People, who is a show about black people.
If you could please take your privilege, put it in your purse, and
yes, dude.
That would be terrific. So, bottom line, watch the whole fucking special before you judge it, because he does specials where they're whole pieces. And he started off with, it's his weakest special joke-wise. Like, it's not as funny as Special on Netflix, but it's his strongest special, like, emotionally. And he starts off with a couple of weak jokes, like Free the Baby, and I forget what the other one was, but like, he starts off weak. But the reason he does is because he keeps calling back to those things, and he ends where he began, which is his style. He's done it with every Netflix special. He'll start with like a thing, and you have no idea where he's going with it or why he brought it up, and then by the end of the show, he brings it back around. You're like, oh shit, he wrote this whole thing.
An interesting thing that happened to me today, I had a coworker. She's actually my higher up. She's 24 years old. Just so everyone knows, I'm 35, so she's younger than me. But she's really sweet, and she knows what she's doing. She's on it. Obviously, she's my higher up. Really peppy. She's a Virgo, so she's observative, very peppy, very on it. And we were having just a casual conversation today about some thespian work that she's done previously here in Las Vegas. She's done the Rocky Horror Picture Show. She just did some acting. She just did some theater work. And she was talking about how she was the only straight cisgender female there. And she had been working with these kids for and people around her age too, sometimes even older than her, but younger kids. She was working with them for about 3 years. Well, she told me, she was like, she said she really felt put off by the gay community because she was the only straight cisgendered person there. And I can tell you now, just from someone who's been out for a very long time, and I feel like I know a wide variety of people, I will say this, she seemed very cultured. She was into Game of Thrones. She is into rockabilly hair. She has been living in Las Vegas her whole life. She's very cultured. She just seemed like just a cultured young girl, kind of nerdish on the nerdy side, but just a normal, healthy, just a cultured Las Veganite. And she really felt put off by the young community because she was cis and that she was straight.
Equality doesn't mean people got treated like shit for a long time, so now you get to treat people like shit. That's not what equality is.
Right.
Like, people got treated like shit for a long time, and now we need to stop doing that, and that's equality.
Right.
And this whole, well, you're just a cis. I don't even know all the terms, but they have like this like machine gun of terms that they'll just throw out at anything they don't like.
Do you know what cisgendered is?
Yeah. So that's just normative.
Yeah, it just means that you identify with what you were born with.
Yeah, and let's be real here. If you don't identify as the gender that you are, you have a mental illness that needs to be addressed.
Well, no, it's called body dysmorphia. It's called body dysmorphia, and it's okay. It's okay, but you have body dysmorphia.
It's a cluster of conditions that shouldn't be treated with plastic surgery.
Right.
Oh my god.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, look at Kim Kardashian, right? I don't approve of that either. And for the same reason.
That is hilarious.
She didn't feel comfortable with her body, so she just completely reshaped it with plastic surgery. And I think she looks atrocious because of it. I see nothing but the fake parts of her. And I just wish that someone had, her mother, had approached her at some point and said, like, no, the way that you are is fine.
Right.
Or Chloe. Chloe looks beautiful now. She didn't always.
Right. That's funny. She didn't always.
But while I believe that she's had the perfect amount of plastic surgery, and I hope she doesn't get any more, I don't like that I don't like that whole family had this like shared belief that they weren't good enough, that they needed to be something else, that the bodies that they were born with were somehow insufficient.
Well, here's my opinion on that. I kind of compare it to the idea that someone in their adult life can't get tattooed all over their body, or someone can't be a porn star, or someone can't do what they want with their life. I get that. You're over 21, you've talked to who you need to talk to, you've got your consultation, or you're really good at sex or something and you want to be a porn star, whatever, but you're over 21, you live in America, you're a consenting adult, you can do what you want. Yeah. My problem is there's legislation being passed and they're trying to switch around the definition of words and trying to make everything sound strange and really confuse children. And to me, I feel like the formative years of a child are so important that by the time you hit age 18 and in between 18 and 21, you can make up your mind whether if you want to change your sex or not, and you can when you turn 21.
It's really hard to explain to anyone under the age of like 25 that they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about on any issue.
Right.
And you don't realize until you get to be like 30 years old, oh, I was a fucking idiot. And this is universal.
And even at 30 years old, if you live in America or if you live in a country where that's okay and you want to go either tattoo your whole body from head to toe or you want to go get your dick chopped off, go right on a fucking head. I don't give a shit. But don't fuck with my reality and children's reality. Like, they shouldn't even be sexualized anyways. Period.
So for the record, the official position of this podcast is if you want to turn your dick inside out, you go for it.
Oh my God, of course. Dude.
It's your body. That's not the
Live powerfully and free and beautifully. Live a beautiful life. We only have one life to live. What I'm saying is in those formative years.
Oh, there's two times where it is immoral for someone to be transgender and be like taking hormones and like trying to change their sex. And I mean immoral in two circumstances. One, when they're under 18 and they have no idea what they're going to be. If I had my choice of exactly what I would look like and like, what I wanted to be when I was 15, like, holy shit, the shit that I would have done to my body.
Right.
I mean, who knows? I have no...
Right, and all the legislation passes, so it makes you feel totally valid, girl, totally valid. And mental health, and go girl.
It's a mental health issue. It's not an issue with your physical body. But there is an issue with physical bodies when trans women, men who have transitioned to become women, start competing in women's sports. It's right. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the women's weightlifting records and how they've just been consistently broken. Like not even like by a little bit, like smashed, destroyed.
Dude, I'm sorry, but did you see the one that was a UFC fucking player and now it's a woman and fucking beat? And like, dude, what the? I'm sorry. This is my thing. I agree. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be. Absolutely. When you are fucking old, when you are like 21 and you can fucking decide whatever the fuck you want to be. You want to go surgery, do that.
Yeah,
dude,
go cut your dick off, cut your arm off too if you want. Shit, it's America.
Whatever.
Yeehaw, bitch.
My issue.
You earned it,
my
right?
issue is like it gets to a point where now you want to redefine gender just to make yourself feel okay, or you want to, like, why are we trying to erase women? That is my fucking problem here.
Yeah, we're starting to call
dude,
women.
am I about fucking?
Are you a turf?
Am I a turf?
Am I a turf?
Bitch, you can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me.
Dude, I don't know what you want to fucking
I'm one of them
call me.
old
All
gays.
I'm
You
all
can call me
about
whatever
is-
the fuck you want to call me.
Yeah, I'm about women's rights, dude. I'm about women's fucking
Hell
rights.
yeah,
I love
bitch.
my fucking mom. I love my mom. I love my sister. I love my best friend who is a woman. Like, I love women. Like, I'm more about women still right now in America do not have rights over their own goddamn bodies. But we want to take their fucking title away from them.
Men
That is fucked up.
like, I'm a woman now. Listen to me.
Yes, dude. That's all. That's
They're
my
a woman
issue,
now,
is like,
but women are birthing persons.
Oh,
yes, dude. Yeah, that's so weird. We don't want to call women anymore. We want to call them birthing persons. I'm like, what? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. First off, if you want to be a woman, then be a woman. But you can't be a woman and be all like, oh yeah, by the way, we don't want to be. I don't know. That's weird.
We had a little bit of fun with Demi Lovato's crazy ass, but like, if she wants to be called they, like, yeah, totally. I 100% respect whatever pronoun that you want to use. If you want to get a bone inserted into your fucking nose, like, I don't give a shit. Like, whatever plastic surgery or whatever you want to do, like, that's your right. I just to steal a phrase from Christian private school, it hurts my heart to see.
Oh, Kevin, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, Pastor Kevin.
Pastor Kevin, I'm sorry for stealing your phrase.
I'm sorry I didn't mean to do that.
But like, legitimately, like, it hurts my heart to see these people who are so uncomfortable in their own skin, and instead of working through it, they think that if they change what they see in the mirror, it'll change how they feel on the inside.
I'm really glad that you feel that way. You have empathy.
You see the level of suicide rates in the trans community, and you should realize from that it doesn't work. It doesn't change how you feel on the inside. You still feel bad because you're not addressing the core issue. You're addressing the symptoms of the issue, and that's fine if you broke your foot and you don't want it to hurt. Like, treat the symptom, but like, eventually, you know, I don't know.
No, you're right. That is actually, see, this is exactly the conversation that no one wants to talk about within that community, within the gay community. No one wants to talk about this issue right here, that it is a mental issue. Now, and I always say, there are exceptions to the rule.
Like, some people are truly born transgender. It's a very very small percentage, but like,
a very small percentage. But you have to, I'm sorry, but you know what? Seek out therapy first. That way you can talk to someone and truly and fully understand that this is a forever situation.
And if you know
that this is, if you do that, it is a forever thing. There is no going back.
It's like that sketch with Adam Sandler.
Hello, I'm Joe Romano of Romano Tours. For 2 generations, my family has provided high-quality tours of Italy to people from all over the world, but mostly Long Island and Jersey. People love us, but every so often a customer leaves a review that they were disappointed or didn't have as much fun as they thought. So here at Romano Tours, we always remind our customers, if you're sad now, you might still feel sad there, okay? You understand? That makes sense? Our tours will take you to the most beautiful places on earth. Hike the cliffs of the Amalfi Coast. Fish with the nets in Sorrento. Do this, I don't know. But remember, you're still gonna be you on vacation. If you are sad where you are, and then you get on a plane to Italy, you in Italy will be the same sad you from before, just in a new place. Does that make sense? There's a lot a vacation can do. Help you unwind, see some different looking squirrels. But it cannot fix deeper issues, like how you behave in group settings, or your general baseline mood. That's a job for incremental lifestyle changes sustained over time.
Oh, yes. I think that's relevant because, like, it's like, yeah, you can change entirely the way that you look and how your body is configured. And you guys actually, during this discussion, gave me a great idea. I do want to chop my arm off and put it where my dick is. But
good for you, you consenting 30-year-old.
But it's,
we support.
but it's not going to, like, that fundamental sadness that you feel that makes you want to change the way that you look isn't going to go away because you take hormones. It's just not.
Yeah.
No.
I think
you're missing the point, which is to love yourself.
Yeah, I know I've told Johnny this story several times, and I've talked to several clients of mine about this story too, but I watched a YouTube video about a female at the age of, I think she started transitioning at the age of either, God, I want to say maybe like 15. I want to say 15. 15, started transitioning into a male.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember the story. And young girl was very into online chats around 11, 12, 13. She experienced some abuse online, some sexual type of abuse online that she kind of engaged with. Just a situation where she felt...
To be fair, her avatar was wearing a short skirt. So.
There you go. It was just, her avatar was just a hole. And she was talking about this later on in the story, but I'm just telling the story kind of as it goes from beginning to end. Decided that later on, about the age of 14, 15, decided that she wanted to transition. Parents, very liberal parents, decided to take her to a therapist. Therapist said to her, I don't think that you should transition. I think that you are just suffering from a type of mental trauma and you're young. And this is my professional opinion. And she and her mom got very mad. She and the parents got very mad and said, you don't understand the gay community or the trans community, and we are going to take my daughter or my son, or we're going to take them to someone who's going to tell them what they want. So anyway, so they took them to...
Did you just give me your professional opinion as someone who has studied?
You know what? We're gonna take Demi to a different place now. Okay.
I believe that we'll be going to Facebook down the street.
We're gonna call them Demis now. I
said good day.
Yeah, and the moral of the story is that, like, a year or two later, she completely fucking regretted the decision, but had done permanent things to her body.
Yeah, so later on in the story, she had done permanent damage to her voice. Her voice box was the permanent. She basically sounded like, oh my God, I'm trying to think of like the most dude.
A dude?
Yeah, you just sound like a dude just walked up to you on the beach, just like some dude. But she was this petite, 5'4", ginger-haired, almost like a dishwater blonde, real small, heart-shaped, crystal blue eyes, almost like a little Midwestern girl.
Yeah, beautiful girl.
Yeah, but actually, here's the ending of the story. I'm not trying to take this on too long, but let me get to the moral of the story. Got to a point in their life where they became unhappy still after transitioning, where depression and anxiety crept back in, as they tend to do, and they decided to work out. They decided to start eating better and get very, very, very healthy. And they felt at that time that the transition of going from healthy or unhealthy to healthy was so much more vast than the transition of vastness in healing versus the transition from female to male.
She started to feel good about her own body.
Yeah, and then she started thinking about kids and started thinking about, I actually might want kids later on in my life. Maybe that's a possibility for my future. She was still young.
And then is struck by the horror that she's going to have to find a guy who's okay with, oh yeah, and my pussy.
Right, exactly. It's like having sex with Joe Rogan. It's like this little... It's like this little Midwestern,
oh my God.
little Midwestern girl.
And that, like, seriously, like, I don't want to say, like, I don't want to go so far as, like, say there should be criminal statute to prevent parents from being able to do that. I don't want to go that far. But those parents should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Shame on people who are taking advantage of our family's mental health problems. We as the LGBT community, whatever, the rainbow community, have mental health problems. And I feel that there are people out there who are taking advantage of that, saying that they are helping when they are not helping. They are taking advantage of it.
And honestly, to the parents, I guess, defense, like, this is why things need to be talked about more openly, and there needs to be group to talk about it. But sometimes it is hard for parents nowadays to raise gay children, and straight parents don't know how to. But like I said, it is talking to them, and they're like normal children but gay. They don't need like fucking surgery, y'all.
Your kid comes up to you and says that they've got a problem and that it's affecting them deeply, and you want to fix it. And I think like the overall message is, if you know somebody who feels like they can only be happy if they get some kind of plastic surgery or if they take some kind of hormones or whatever, do your best to like be a real friend to them and not cater to that, and let them know that they are fine the way that they are. They are a good person the way that they are.
Or just listen to a professional too. I would recommend that you go to a professional now that you're over 21 and talk to someone about this. And if they think that this is not something temporary, because I'm just a friend or a family member and I don't know what to tell you, but I love you no matter what you do.
Yeah.
If you can talk to a professional about that, then Godspeed and God bless. I am here for you. Go girl, go boy, whatever. But when you're really young like that, it's like, what the fuck?
Go home, watch Silence of the Lambs, and realize
right.
the doctor who denied him his surgery was correct. Okay, so a little bit lighter, but still on the topic of the closer. Apparently, Dave Chappelle's very rich, but not rich enough for a tailor.
Oh, so well, apparently so is Elliot Page.
Dude, what's going on with fucking Justin Bieber with his Jinko jeans? Like, what?
Right?
Is that the new style?
Is this an issue? Maybe it's because like the new tailors are like stuck at the shipping ports and they just can't quite get in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like an Amazon package.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, the suit was a great suit. I think it was leather. This nice like gray, either leather or like faux leather suit. But like it did not. It looked like.
Is that what Justin?
No.
No. Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
It was a nice suit. It just was too fucking big on him. Like he's not like fat. What are you trying to hide? What are you trying to hide? And also, I wish that we would do away with the comedy intro, like at the beginning of like how they have to like be all serious and like it's like you're about to watch a documentary. Like just walk on stage.
Dave Chapelle.
That's all we need. Boom. Like one of the best entrances I've ever seen to any special was when Louis C.K. just walked on stage like, "Yeah, we're just gonna start the show. Let's start the show." And like that was perfect. It was such a great and like in a way innovative, because they've been doing these dramatic like bah bah bah, like, and like rap music playing, like, "Are you ready for the show?" "I guess I am." He puts on sunglasses and a jet ski, and I'm done with the comedy intro. Just do your fucking art and shut it. And also, he mentioned that this is going to be his first. He said last special for a minute, but then he said multiple times last special, which is maybe he was anticipating being canceled. But
yeah.
I hope that's not the guy. I mean, he's got new material. Apparently, the material he did in that special is from like 2019, or at least the story that he told about. I forgot her name, but you know, the trans woman comedian who he like gave a shot to, and then she unfortunately, like so many in that community, killed herself not long after. And by the way, her family has come out in defense of Dave Chappelle's special.
I think her name was Deborah.
I feel bad for not remembering.
I think it was Deborah.
I think it's Deborah, something like that. But no, okay, yeah, and see, and that's the thing too. Like, that does suck that they're vilifying him when he's just, like I said, he's just trying to talk. And that special, honestly, was how after watching it, I felt like that special was about his friend. I felt like he was dedicating that whole special about his friend, and just talking about like, honestly, to sit there and honestly understand who his friend was. People just, it's so hard for people to take that, because they want everything for themselves. And you are right. I don't know if you guys are familiar with, she's a social media star, and I say she because she is a she now, but her name is Nikita Dragon. And she recently came out with some song. It was just like fucking calling out all these people and putting gay icons on these things. And like, it's
oh yeah, like the people who went after RuPaul for, what was the phrase? She said tranny, and it's like, bitch, do you fucking know who the
you're
fuck
talking to?
Female.
Do you not have any fucking
whoever
clue?
would be on the edge, like I said, whoever would be on the edge of the last minutes of their life because RuPaul said tranny, it has a mental health problem to begin with, and it is not RuPaul.
Well, and a complete ignorance of the privilege that they have now because of that woman or man or whatever. You know, I don't know how she actually identifies.
I think RuPaul identifies.
RuPaul?
Right?
Yeah, RuPaul
See,
identifies
okay,
as a male.
Can I say something? Can I fucking say something right now? Can I really say something?
No.
Ever since I was a kid, or at least since I came out, I don't care if I'm casually talking to someone and they go, oh, girl, and then they just keep talking to me, or they say something, they go, oh, girl, please. If I hear that, I love it. I feel like I'm in the zone with this person. We're in the middle of a conversation, and other people get tripped up about it. I don't care. Today at work, a customer called me girl as they were walking out. They're like, oh, have a good day, girl. And I almost jumped up with joy because I was like, that is so cute. Like, and she was Filipino. She was like one of my little aunties. She was a tita. And I was just like, this is adorable. And it doesn't matter as long as you feel like this other human being on the other side of your speaking face is okay and cool with you. I don't care what the fuck they call me. He, she, I don't care. Personally.
You just reminded me, I did read an article. She identifies as a she, but does not give a fuck.
Exactly, because we're an old gay. We don't care. It's like, girl, please. Whatever, Mary.
Yeah, what's it gonna do to me?
Thank you. I know who I am.
I've got to slap 3 dicks on my face at the same time, and you're bothering me with this.
Yes, work.
Unless you have been fucked in the ass, do not bother me.
Right, exactly. No, I honestly feel that way. I know myself. I know who I am. And if someone calls me, oh, girl, or it's all good. As long as you don't call me like a slur, or if you're not yelling at me and you're meaning the word as a slur, and I can tell that, then okay.
Again, to go Pastor Kevin, so long as there's not hate in your
Yeah,
heart.
Thank you.
exactly.
Right.
And you can tell.
If you can't tell
but you
that,
can tell when someone is insulting you in a way.
Thank you.
Even if they are meaning to, or even if they are seemingly friendly to you, you can tell when someone is being fucking fucked up to you. You know the intention there. So that is, you're right, and we don't have to complicate things, and we don't have to redefine fucking gender. Sexuality is fluid, not gender. God, like I hate that people fucking switch that shit around. It's weird.
And that's the way it is.
Yeah.
I was just dancing.
Yes.
We need a segment called "And That's the Way It Is."
Yes, bitch.
We just say some really offensive shit and just play Celine Dion.
I know.
Right.
No, it's just we said some unpopular
Women
shit.
deserve-
That's all. Oh.
Hang on, I've got a point to make. Women deserve 70 cents on the dollar.
And that's the way it is.
Validated.
Oh, totally validated.
So there's a little bit of tech news this week. I think since the last episode we recorded, Jeff Bezos' giant penis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it did come out in the meantime that apparently, shockingly, he's a total asshole and working for him is fucking misery. Like everyone at Blue Origin hates it and they're afraid for everyone's safety who goes on that ship.
This is the same guy that won't let his employees go to the night. This is the same guy? Okay.
Yes. He is a horrible, terrible boss who creates terrible working conditions for everyone who works for him. For example, 100% of the senior technical and program leaders at Blue Origin are men, which has led to this, like, apparently totally sexist kind of workplace environment where one dude, he was like calling girls baby doll and baby girl and sweetheart. Jeez. I'm Southern, so like, it depends on how it's happening for me. If you have like a nickname for everybody, or, there's a little bit of like, hey baby doll, how you doing this morning? Like a little bit of that, like I'm Southern. That's not out of bounds for me. But if you're doing it excessively and it's to everyone, and so these women started warning each other about this dude, and he kept getting promoted because he was friends with Jeff Bezos, and it took him physically groping a woman work to finally get fired. Yeah, so this memo comes out, like all these engineers and stuff, all of them signed on anonymously because they're terrified of Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, except for one person, and I should have written her name down, but I did not, and she's incredibly brave for what she's doing, but I'm looking through my notes here. Okay, at Blue Origin, a common question during high-level meetings was, quote, when will Elon or Branson fly? Competing with other billionaires and, quote, making progress for Jeff seemed to take precedence over safety concerns that would have slowed down the schedule. So they have no fucking... The point is that he has his giant dick and that it goes straight up and it does it before anyone else. And what a piece of shit.
Oh my gosh.
The good part is that the FAA is going to like fully investigate. But also, speaking of total pieces of shit, Facebook went down for like a day.
Yeah, a couple, it was about 3 days ago or something, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. But I have abandoned Facebook long ago. I use it specifically because my wife has family, and it's the way that they communicate here in South America.
Yeah, so I've been off Facebook for at least a year, and I got pulled back in because I was invited to be in a class. And the way that she was going to post the files and homework for the week, and the way that she wanted everyone socially on one thing. The best thing, even though everyone hated at that school, was Facebook. They were like, we're going to use Facebook again, but it's just a way that we communicate with each other. So it's like a private group. She invited me into a private group on Facebook. So the one thing that I really like, and I don't even want to say Facebook because it's not necessarily Facebook, but my nephews and my nieces and my sister and friends, and some good friends from Branson, not everyone, but just some friends from Missouri. They post pictures of their family and they post pictures of their kids, and that's like the only thing that I really like. And I follow a group that plays Mario Kart Tour, and that's about it. I don't really follow any other type of political stuff or anything like that, or any politicians. I don't follow any politicians on here, so it's all family.
100% the only reason Instagram exists in my mind is to host pictures of my daughter.
Right, exactly. Right.
Oh, we're at the park today. Oh, here's your new toy. Like, that's it.
I love it.
Right.
Well, and there's a tool that you can use, because the addictive part of Facebook is the news feed. That's what keeps you on Facebook, is you're scrolling through what everyone is doing, and the algorithms are picking specifically things that you'll be interested in.
To me, that's Twitter. You're describing Twitter to me.
100%. The things that Facebook does have been copied by so many other apps that you don't need Facebook anymore. Leave your auntie on there to talk about how Q says that Trump's going to be president in 30 days, and 30 is the number of letters in Barack Obama's name. I don't know. Whatever bullshit. Like, that's their world now, and no one else should use Facebook. If you're under 60 years old, why are you on Facebook? You have a phone. You have other apps that are owned by Facebook.
Yeah, no. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not the type of person to go up to each of my adult friends and family members and tell them to switch over. But I am the type of person that if I were to choose to leave Facebook, I would tell them that I would be like, well, I'll be on Instagram. You can even simultaneously post on Facebook and Instagram because they're both linked. So, I mean, you can also do that. But I mean, I would just make a recommendation, or I would just say something like that. But yeah, that's truthfully all I'm addicted to when it comes to Facebook, is I jump on there and I really love seeing pictures of my youngest great niece. She is so beautiful, and I love seeing pictures of my nieces and nephews and my sister and their dog, and I just like all that shit.
We should all be grateful that we have access to Twitter, because it's one of the many small ways in which we are better than Donald Trump. All of Twitch was compromised.
Yes, all of Twitch was compromised. And was it just information, or was it actual money? Because some people were saying it was money.
It was information about money.
Okay.
So like how much the creators made and stuff, which was kind of a double-edged sword, because the big creators are making a shit ton, like an embarrassing amount of money. But then there's like the medium level guys who are like on paper making like $50,000 a year, and people read that and think like, oh my God, they're making $50,000. It's like, that's not a lot of money.
No, it's not.
That's enough money to like live, not terribly comfortably, but you can have an apartment, an Alexa. You're not impoverished.
That's paycheck to paycheck, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's in paycheck to paycheck territory, and like that's like, if they have a bad month, they got to move back in with their mom territory. Like,
it's fucking true.
Yeah, so we got to be careful when we're like looking at annual salary numbers. But 125 gigs of data was just dumped onto 4chan, and the person who dumped it said that the leak was intended to, quote, foster more disruption and competition in the online video streaming space because, quote, their community is a disgusting, toxic cesspool, which is not inaccurate. I don't know if you guys are on Twitch often. Do you use Twitch?
I used to use it more, and Johnny he uses it from time to time.
Time to time. I haven't in a while. I didn't know that. Holy shit. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So it's the entirety of Twitch's source code with comment history going back to its early beginnings, creator payout reports from as far back as 2019, mobile, desktop, and console Twitch clients, proprietary SDKs, software development kits, and internal AWS services. AWS is Amazon's web services used by Twitch. Every other property that Twitch owns, including IGDB and CurseForge. I don't know what those words mean. An unreleased Steam competitor, codenamed Vapor, from Amazon Game Studios, which is very interesting. And Twitch internal, quote, red teaming tools that are designed to improve security by having staff pretend to be hackers, which, if you're exposing your vulnerabilities,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So if you use Twitch, turn on two-factor authentication, change your password, do everything you need to do, because like everything was exposed. Tina Turner sold her entire catalog to
To what?
BMG. They're just a music licensing company. They might be a label. Of course they're a label.
For how much?
$50 million is the rumor.
That's it?
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money, I guess.
But when you're
damn.
Tina Turner...
When you're Tina fucking Turner, your fucking name is fucking famous.
Yeah, your name is fucking... Just your fucking name is
name
fucking...
at all. A lot. I mean...
She's probably like, fuck it, I'm done.
I guess, yeah. Are we like calculating how long she has left to how much money?
I don't.
That's some fucked up shit.
Bitch,
I got about 5 years.
The rest of her life only worth $50 million.
She's got $10 million a year. She's good.
Fuck.
She's good. She's good.
No, so she said in multiple statements that she's also going to continue working with like Warner Brothers Music and BMG, and it sounds like she might have plans to put out more music, which she's like a million years old. I don't want, just keep your songs and live off the world. What do you...
What happened? Wait, does she know something we don't?
Yes. My question is, what the fuck is going on in her life that she needed a $50 million payout?
I know, dude. Does she know something we don't? Like, is she like, did she find some sort of immortal shit where she is like, young again now, where she can restart her fucking career at this point?
Our thousands of loyal fans will recall our Norm Macdonald tribute a couple episodes back. Maybe she's like going through some shit,
Oh my God, you made me fucking think now. I feel bad, Tina. You can do whatever you want, girl.
Oh no, I always take it to a downer. Okay, here's another. Oh, speaking of gay, the first gay romance film is going to be put on Netflix. Did you guys hear about this? Have you heard about this?
Oh, Christmas romance, right?
Yeah, it's called Single All the Way.
I love it!
To you, I fucking hate that title.
Okay, does it keep gay people boxed into this stupid gay ass box? Yes. Is it adorable? Yes.
Am I gonna watch it? Yes. Does it make me want to suck on the end of a candy cane until it's sharp enough to stab into my jugular? Yes.
Does this sound like a Saturday night? Yes.
Is it out?
No, I mean,
is it out?
I have no idea. I'm sure that it'll be out by December at least. I didn't look at the release date because I don't give a fuck. I hate romance movies.
There you go.
I just don't. They're formulaic and they're not meant for me.
Everything's formulaic.
It's like saying
you'll be surprised.
No, yeah, it's just that's not the formula that I like because there's no guns and car chases. If there were more guns and car chase and explosions, like I'm down with that kind of romance. Like
if there were guns, pussies, and beer, I'd like.
Listen, Mary Jane and Peter Parker, I'm down with that romance, but like Single All the Way. Jingle my balls. I'm not into that particular kind of film. But one of the stars, Michael Urie, says, quote, "You can expect pageantry, wine, hunky Santas, a little bit of deception, a whole lot of do-gooding, and Jennifer Coolidge."
What
the star on top of our tree.
Everyone's favorite Miss America, Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh my God, America's gay sweetheart.
Oh my God, I almost forgot. Speaking of Netflix movies, here's a trailer that I really want to play for you guys.
was the night before Christmas vacation. And the fun was in full swing.
You have split our family onto 2 separate flights.
Mom!
Max, please!
The family left for their big vacation.
Is that everyone? The cars are leaving now!
But forgot one little thing.
Mom? Dad? Uncle Blake? They don't even know I'm here. They don't even know I'm here.
I am trying to get home to my son. He was alone. I'm scared. And he needs his mother.
This is not going well.
Home sweet home alone.
Adorable.
I'm just gonna let it hang there.
It's for the new gen. I mean, he's no Macaulay Culkin, but I mean, maybe he'll do good. I don't know.
One of my main criticisms is that the kid's not cute enough.
Right, I know.
That, but that's hilarious. I was like, wait, is this a ripoff? Oh, you're like, no, it's like this
is the next Home Alone movie for the next generation.
This is their soft reboot, and it's very British. So I do, though. Okay, so here's what gives me hope is I fucking love the casting. So you guys may not know all of these words, but Rob Delaney and Ellie Kemper are
Ellie
the
Kemper's
robbers.
awesome.
Oh my god, I want to do the things. Oh my god, Ellie Kemper. If I could get one message to Ellie Kemper, it's just if you could do just a few frames, just a brief nude scene in anything.
Just a nip slip.
Just for me, please. Yeah, I followed you almost your whole career, and I just want one frame of full frontal nudity. That's all I want.
What?
If I were dying of cancer,
Make a wish.
Make-A-Wish had contacted me.
Right? Oh my god, that's hilarious.
My request would be simply a tasteful nude of Ellie Kemper.
She'd be like, "Have you ever seen Kimmy Schmidt?"
Watching. It was a brilliant show. It is a brilliant show. It's a great show. I just have a huge crush on Ellie Kemper. So I'm watching it for Ellie Kemper alone, straight up. But also they have Aisling B, who I know you guys haven't heard of, but Aisling B is this Irish comedian, and she's very funny. I watch a lot of British panel shows, which are basically, it's just an excuse for comedians to sit around and talk about current events or whatever. And she's on a lot of them, and she's fucking hilarious. And her husband, though, is Pete Holmes, who has shown that he's a good actor. Like, he's got that show Crashing, and he's good at it. He's very emotionally honest, which makes for a good actor. So I'm really hopeful. Rob Delaney is also a name that you guys probably don't know, but should. He seems to be more popular in Britannia than he is in America, but he's got a terrific Twitter. If you aren't following Rob Delaney on Twitter, what are you doing with your life? The Smash Mouth frontman has retired.
The Smash Mouth frontman has retired.
In other news, the frontman of Smash Mouth has declared that he's going to retire for at least a little while, and the whole world has responded with, "Who are you again?"
Right, exactly.
Okay, I've got some audio. This is going to be a little bit confusing, but if you go on to TikTok, this was originally a TikTok, and it's of apparently their last show for at least a while, and he is drunk as shit. You can hear, if you listen carefully, you can hear him start to threaten the crowd, calling them motherfuckers. Toward the end, he threatens to murder someone. He says, "I'm going to murder you." But yeah, so here's the clip.
Okay, I know the ethics of this aren't great, but I did just see Smash Mouth perform live at a local beer and wine festival. When I say this is the most chaotic show I've ever seen in my entire life, I have no words.
At no point was the sound balanced. Unintelligible speech.
So you hear at the end, after he threatened to murder them, he said, "Quiet down, I'm the singer." Where it sounded like they were singing their hit All Star, that was a recording, and he was walking around the stage completely fucking drunk and not even touching it. Like his microphone was nowhere near his face. So the best part of the concert was them getting to listen to the CD version.
I know. I was gonna say, dude, I love how he's like reminding everyone that he is not retired yet. When we're like, dude, why not?
What she said at the beginning was she was at a beer and wine show. And I've covered those. Like, I've been to several of them as, you know, I was working for magazines and stuff. And it's just when a brewery decides to showcase their product in some way, you might even get multiple breweries, but it's like in a parking lot. This isn't even like county fair level. Like, this is so sad.
Oh, God.
Like, he must have been playing for maybe 100, 200 people max.
And who was this again?
Smash Mouth.
Oh my God! No.
Oh, that was crucial. I'm so sorry. I thought that I had conveyed that. That was
No, you did at the beginning. I guess I wandered off in my brain and I wandered back and I was like, who are we doing?
We're talking about, well, yeah.
Fucking Smash Mouth, the lead singer, who's retiring.
Yeah, after threatening to murder the audience member.
Oh my God.
He decided maybe it's time for a break. He's
like, fuck you guys.
I love walking on the sun. God damn it.
It ain't no joke. You walked it. God damn it. Now
makes you want to do the twist.
Okay. In other fun music news, believe it or not, some country music artists might be racist. Here's some video of Morgan Wallace after a night drinking entering his home.
Take care of this pussy. Hey, actually, hey, y'all too? Hey, take care of this pussy ass motherfucker. Oh, fuck. Hey, Gracie, take care of this pussy ass nigga.
If you couldn't quite end the bleeped out word, it started with an N and it ended with an
It was bleeped.
It was not nipper.
He said pussy ass.
Who is this again? I'm looking him up on Apple Music. What's his name?
Morgan Wallace.
Or Morgan Wallen?
Well, oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe this is
He has a mullet. He has a mullet.
Which is to say that none of this is surprising at all.
Half of his face is crooked. He has a crooked face.
Oh, no. You're right, it is Morgan Wallen. It's correct on my notes. It's wrong on my sound.
Totally fine. I'm just staring down.
CMAs.
I'm just staring down the devil.
The CMAs then were caught in a weird place because he was eligible for voting for the CMA's Country Music Awards. He was eligible for whatever because he's a country music artist. So everyone in the world is shocked that a country star would use racist language. Of course, country stars aren't racist. So the CMAs decided, well, here's their quote. "This is the first time in the history of the CMAs, to my knowledge, anyone has ever been disqualified for conduct. Honoring him as an individual this year is not right, and he will not be allowed on the red carpet, on our stage, or be celebrated in any way. But if he wins, the song will still be celebrated, and the rest of the team who worked on the song will be allowed to accept the award." Which is the most fucking panty waist, lightweight, like, dude was shouting the N-word outside of his house, and you're like, well, he can't come to our party.
But we're still gonna listen to that song, though, aren't we? Is that so? That's basically basically like, you know, fuck R. Kelly, but the song "Remix to Ignition" is the shit. You know what I mean? And we got to support the other people that fucking played the song.
For anyone who needs the reminder, R. Kelly was on the cover of the album for an artist named Aaliyah, who was 15 at the time, and the title of the album was "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number,"
which he actually co-wrote. He co-wrote the majority of that album.
And I believe there were a lot of like songs about sex on that album.
Yeah, he was fucking abusing her.
Yeah, you don't say.
I know.
Yeah. Like, oh, where were the signs? How could we have possibly known?
Right.